Hello guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 9 of Civilization 5, the Single City Challenge as Venice. We've just had a Shoshone spy stealing from us. That's all the AI seems to be doing in this game, is just stealing tech from us. We're not even the tech leader. I don't even know why they are doing that. I suppose normally the tech leader is the one most likely to have a defensive spy in their capital, so I guess it makes a little bit of sense not to pick on the person with the most tech, although that's what I'm doing because I've got a spy in the capital of Alexander. Slowly clawing my way up in the score towards Genghis, but not really making massive amounts of progress. Just trying to balance everything and make sure that we don't fall too far behind in things like science and culture. We definitely need to get ourselves some tourism on the board very soon, or we're going to have a problem there, especially when we get to ideology. So let's go ahead and get a trading post or two set up. Trading posts aren't all that useful right now, but they will certainly be more useful later in the game. Greek coup in Samarkand. They'll certainly be more useful later in the game with rationalism when we get additional science from them as well. Yeah, the Greeks are really annoying me now. As I've already said, it's pretty much impossible to go for a diplomatic victory with the Greeks around, but I do want to get as many city-states on board as possible because it weakens them and it strengthens us. What I was considering doing is actually having a word with the Shoshone and seeing if they would, by any chance, be willing to go to war. Would you be willing to declare war on Greece? Okay. No way to make it work. Okay. Greece. Would you be willing to declare war on the Shoshone? You actually would. 35 gold per turn and open borders. Don't want to give you the open borders. 35 gold per turn is a lot of gold. But we can afford to do it. Offer is not in his favour. Okay, I'll give you the open borders. Now he does it. Okay, so it's costing us a bit of money. We're still making plenty. But now Alexander and the Shoshone are at war. Now they're a little bit far apart, so this is the problem on these type of maps, is sometimes they have a war but they don't actually go ahead and do anything. But the very fact that they are going to war with each other should slow down their war against me, and it should slow them down overall. 36 influence to surpass, so let's go ahead and do that. He's just wasted his coup. He can only do it every so many turns. He runs the risk of getting his spy killed. Let's go ahead there and pop an academy. Let's also go ahead and make sure that that tile is locked. And let us go on to the next turn. Hopefully, it will help us in the World's Fair as well. The project is 19% completed, and we've contributed 158 production to it. So, what we need to do... Yeah, and we want to stay friends with the Shoshone, because the Shoshone are against Greece. Ideally, we want everybody against Greece. We want Greece to be public enemy #1. The only problem you do have sometimes is if you actually start trying to get the AI to go to war with each other, is sometimes you get into a position where you just make the strong AI stronger because they have a lot of successful wars. And the last thing we want is the Greeks going and stealing a load of Shoshone cities, but it might happen. We do have to be prepared for that to a certain degree. We have economics. Now, I did skip across that, but economics is actually quite nice because it gives us more gold from camps, customs houses improved gold, we don't really have any of that, polders, trading post gold yield improved by 1, so that helps, and we can build windmills now as well, so we can get a little bit more production. In fact, we may be able to go into Venice and just... oh no, are we on a hill? Maybe I'm missing something. I could have swore we've just done it. Yeah, we're on a hill, which is the only downside here. We can't build the windmill. Oh well, not to worry. We were next to the river, so at least we get the watermill. You guys are now fully healed, so let's see if we can go over here and clear that camp, assuming it hasn't been done so already. Cargo ship just got to carry on over with Marrakesh. Actually now putting more religious pressure on them than it's getting back. World's Fair. Oh, Yeah, everybody's friends. World's Fair is 23% complete, and we've put in 215 production. So we're definitely going to get bronze at least. No, we don't need open borders. We're definitely going to get bronze. We probably will get silver. The chances of us getting gold are very, very low, especially as we only have a single city. And we do need to start increasing our gold yield because Alexander's getting very aggressive now with the city-states. Okay, so this is Czechia, and they're obviously allied with Greece because they're attacking the Shoshone. Now, do we know where they are? Can we see them? Have I met them yet? Let's have a look. Yes, we have. We'd need 104 to surpass them, though they do have a quest for gold. That makes them friends, and on the next turn I should have enough gold to flip them over to friendly, and then the Shoshone can peace out with them. You guys are going to... Ah, that camp has now gone. Someone's cleared it. Bugger. Okay, you guys can make your way back to the mainland. It's probably not a good idea now to start having my troops spread out looking for the ruins. They're not going to be all that useful to me at this stage in the game, and I'm assuming we're probably likely to have more domestic matters where we're going to need our soldiers. The actual difference in between myself and Alexander in score now is quite scary. No guarantee I'm going to win this game. As I've said before, I haven't actually done a single city challenge before. I did have a couple of practice games before starting this series, and by a couple of practice games I mean that I literally started a couple of games with different settings and worked up to about level 50 to turn 50 to 60 just to see how things were. But yeah, I'm certainly glad I'm not playing on Immortal. I think that might have been a little bit too much for me. World's Fair is a third completed, and I've put in 328 production. Question is going to be, once I hit 350, which I'll do on the next turn, do I go back to producing other stuff, or do I try and go for gold? That's going to be the question here. Greece staged a coup in Florence, which is really annoying. Byblos has a new ally. India now the ally of Hanoi. India stole navigation. Right, you've been warned before, so you're getting denounced. Right, let us try. While they still have a mission for additional gold, we're going to go in and give another 500 gold to them. We've met Brussels. Oh. Apparently it looks like Greece gave them even more money. That's a pain. I hadn't noticed that. I should have double checked before I gave them the money, because they've took Florence as well now. How far ahead are they with Florence? 50, which is not a massive amount. We should be able to claw that back. Oh well, let's go on to the next turn. I'm basically just trying to help out the Shoshone a little bit by reducing the number of allied city-states that Greece has. Pocatello has made peace with Cahokia now, which is great, and with Byblos. So who's... right, you now want an embassy. Fine. Who are they now allied with then? Oh, they are allied with me. Maybe I did just misread it then. They're definitely allied with me now. That is good. That helps the Shoshone out. Let's just go on to the next turn. Would like to get Florence back on side, because they were giving me a decent bit of culture as well. Sweden has denounced Greece. Fantastic. You want a research agreement. I was going to use my money for something else, but yeah, we'll go for that. Science equals win in this game. Because I was thinking about either throwing some money at Florence or buying another cargo ship, or seeing if there was any buildings that needed buying. But I think what we're actually going to do now is denounce Greece, which is actually easy because, of course, it was Greece that went to war. So let us publicly denounce Alexander. We may get some more people going up against him for doing that. Let's go on to the next turn. Of course, it's always a risky manoeuvre, because we could just be upsetting him even more. He still wants embassy. That's fine, whatever. We do have a spy in his capital. I need to have a look and see how many turns it is before we have a chance of stealing anything from him, actually. Don't need open borders with you. 24 turns, and we've got a possibility of stealing some science from Greece. A little bit longer than I would have hoped, but we shall see. I don't want to have to go to war with Greece, but we may have to face facts and have to do that. Or we may just end up going and taking everybody's capital cities out. This may end up being a very naval game, although it's certainly not going to be naval until we get past the era where we need to use iron, because we just don't have any of it at all. We're not even getting any from city-states. No iron, no horses. It's absolutely terrible. Got a decent amount of gold now. Florence, how far are Greece ahead with you? 52 influence. That would only give us 45. Which is a right pain in the hoop. So let us have a look and see what we can purchase here. Don't really need any of these things, so let's go ahead and get ourselves a cargo ship. How is... Oh. Yep, everyone is Oh, you're denouncing India. Oh yeah, I denounced India because they were spying on me. Greek coup in Samarkand again. Samarkand's now declared war on Pocatello. Now I wish I hadn't have spent my gold. How are we doing with the World's Fair? 74% completed. Do you know, I think we might be in with a chance. I mean, the Greeks and the Shoshone were the ones most likely to get there first. But because they're in a war, they may not be spending all of their production on it. Greek coup here, 27 influence. That would only give us 20. We can wait for another turn. We have our scientific theory. Let us go for industrialization. See if we have any coal around. We can start getting a few factories built if we have. Then I think we're going to go into electricity so we can get the police station, stop people stealing from us, and the stock exchange. And then we'll see if we can go into biology and find out if we have any oil around. If we do have coal, we may actually just stick steam power in there first and get ironclads. But we'll see how that goes. You guys are back. Don't even have any iron to upgrade you into swordsman, so just stick around. Cargo ship, you are going to go... Where are you going to go? It would be nice to get this science back from Stockholm. So let's go to Stockholm. I should actually have a look. I keep forgetting. See if anybody has a trade route desire. See, Geneva desires a trade route. We can possibly get them on the next turn. I should also be concentrating on the actual missions that the city-states want instead of just using gold to try and bribe them, because that might be a slightly better way of doing things. Yeah, nobody likes India. Nobody likes Greece. New research agreement. You want open borders, we still don't need that. Research agreement is between Morocco and Sweden. Yep, you don't like Greece. So everyone's denouncing Greece, everyone's denouncing India pretty much. Next we'll probably see a declaration of friendship between India and the Greeks. I guess we shall see. Wow, a lot of tourism coming out of those top cities. We still don't have any yet. That's where Cahokia is. Oh, brilliant. At least they're now actually... causing a bit of hassle for the Greek troops. Oh, it'd be so nice if we could get Brussels, though, wouldn't it? Wow, 223 influence to surpass Greece and become their allies. As much as I'd love to do that, I do not have that amount of money to throw around. Let's have a look in Venice. What could we purchase? Public schools are 920. We don't have enough gold for that at the moment, but I think we're going to go and get another cargo ship. Don't have enough money to throw at Samarkand now. We've also lost grasp on Florence and Hanoi. We really need to start getting some of these city-states back now. Okay, spices. 25 gold and 5 gold per turn and open borders. Yeah, it pretty much works out more or less the same. Gives me a nice bit more gold. Yep, you don't like India either. Well, at least we're seeing where people's allegiances lie. Yep, you don't like India. And India's quite small, so we could possibly get someone like Sweden or Mongolia to attack India if we wanted to. Hanoi's declared war on Pocatello. which is very annoying. Do you get it? I'm sorry, that was terrible. But yes, we're going to try and need to flip some of these over if we can. So, what about you? 41 influence to surpass. That will only give us 20, which is a bit of a pain. So we can't do an awful lot about that. Cargo ship, you are going to go to Geneva because they have a mission. And on to the next turn. Alexander has entered the industrial era. Where actually are we in terms of things? We're already in the industrial era. Wow, we're actually that far ahead of Alexander, really? Demographics. He's still ahead in science. I mean, he has more technologies than us, but it doesn't mean that he has better technologies than us. We actually completed, and we only won by literally 2 turns worth of production. That's fantastic. That's double culture for 20 turns. That is a free social policy, and it's 500 points towards the next golden age, which is fantastical. So, I think what we will do... don't know what to choose from. We could just go into exploration or commerce. Or exploration would give us a lot more money. Better naval combat as well. +3 production in coastal cities. Additional happiness, which we don't really need. +1 gold for harbour, seaports or a lighthouse. +4 production and 4 in a city with the East India Company. Exploration could be very good for us, but I think we need to go down the rationalism tree and get ourselves gold from science buildings. Yeah, well, everything in the rationalism tree is good, but I think we're going to start off with the secularism +2 science from every specialist. That was a free policy. We'll have another one in 6 turns, so we don't have to worry too much about that. We get to choose our production. I was going for archaeologists. There's only 2 turns left on the one I was already working on. This is another thing that some people don't realise is if you actually start to build a unit or a building, and you put a certain number of, a certain amount of production into it, if you then cancel that production and start building something else, you can go back to the original thing you were building and the production will be still there. So if it's 5 turns to build an archaeologist and you put 3 turns worth of construction into it, and then you go and build something else, when you come back to the archaeologist, the chances are it will only have 2 turns remaining. However, it does degrade over time, and if the unit gets upgraded, so if you're, for example, putting production into a warrior and then warriors change to swordsmen, then you'll lose that production. So it is worth remembering you can switch, you can stop one thing and switch to something else. It's quite safe to do so. Let's go and get a couple more trading posts because we will get more science from them later on. Actually making a bit more money now. Byblos has declared war on Pocatello. This is the problem, you see. The Greeks are just getting all of the city-states on their side. And that's causing major problems for the Shoshone. I'm not even sure what the Shoshone can actually realistically do at this point. Getting new units from Hanoi, which is nice. Architecture stolen. Fantastic. Okay, so you guys can have rough terrain and you can sit around. Archaeologist is finished. We do need another archaeologist, but we are going to go for the public school. Just having a quick look and see. We could do with the national epic as well, to be honest. Yeah, we'll get the national epic first and then we'll go into the public school. This cargo ship is going to go there. We've obviously got 2 cargo ships that need to sort themselves out. Because another unit needs orders, so you're going to go back to Japan. So we've got some money now. Who do we throw it at? We could potentially get another city-state on board. It's strange, really, considering that I was actually at war with... Mind you, I should leave Hanoi. No, if Hanoi managed to take that, this could end up becoming a Greek city, but... Florence gives me culture, and we like culture. So I'm going to give a gift to Florence. 55. That would give us 45. Okay, maybe not Florence then. Samarkand, how much? 31. 45. Okay, Samarkand's back on board with us. Good stuff. Archaeologist. That would take you 2 turns. That would take you 3 turns. Make your way down to that one. Let's start getting some tourism on the board here. Also quite nice as well, because we're now getting 10 science instead of 8 from our academies, which is really good. You want a research agreement? Yeah, we can just about manage that. Might get us back in front with a few people. And we'll probably call this a video at the end of this turn resolving. Well, I'll move my units like I normally do, and when the next turn button shows, that'll be the end of the video. But there's probably not going to be an awful lot to do. In fact, we've just got to move our archaeologists down here, tell them to dig. You guys are going to create a trading post, and that is all I can do. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying the single city challenge in Civilization 5, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.